Hey everyone, welcome back to Legally Teaching and Engineer Sports. I'm Dylan here with Sam and Max Loga. Today we begin a brand new season, Max and Sam, of passionate picks. That's right. Last year we battled. We will talk about last year's losers, last year's winners. But before we talk about ourselves, let's talk about tonight's guest picker. We're only doing college picks because NFL has not yet started. Our guest picker for Passionate Picks for round one is Max, who?
Mr. Justin Hall, coming all the way from Raleigh, North Carolina. He is the reigning college football and NFL champion. So it was only fitting to have him on week one. Probably one of the tougher weeks out there to defend his college football championship. So, Halsey, are you ready?
I am ready. I appreciate you guys having me on.
Absolutely. Glad to have you back. And before we get started with our college picks, our 8 picks, our mortal locks, and our likely loser, we have a sponsorship. Max, who's our sponsor? Do you know?
Hopefully it's like Modelo or Dos Equis.
We would hope. Instead, it's Mr. Picky's Lawn Service. With the fast approaching season of fall, your leafy summer leaves will soon morph into a not-so-friendly nuisance. Too lazy or simply don't want to rake? Have no fear, as Mr. Picky is near. For all of your fall cleanup or grass mowing needs, give 99820-6830 a call, and Mr. Picky will get up all in those weeds. Not only is Mr. Picky an owner of a fairly okay lawn business, a low-level podcast sponsor, and he's now also a football picking promoter. Mr. Picky is offering $25 to either the lawyer, engineer, teacher, or celebrity guest picker. If any of them go 8-0 with either their college or NFL picks, and if anyone goes a perfect 16-0, just 8-0 for you, Justin. Mr. Picky has indicated he will quadruple that offer for a grand prize total of $100. Mr. Picky's Lawn Service, where Leaf Hoarder meets gambling supporter. So, Justin, if you go 8-0, you get $25 from Mr. Picky's Lawn Service. Good luck.
That's the goal.
Yeah. We did not have any perfection last year, did we, guys?
No, I think a couple came close. I think we did have a couple close, but nobody was perfect.
Couple 7-1. So last year, our guest pickers only did the 8 games. This year, we're going to do mortal locks with our guest pickers and a likely loser for college with our guest pickers. So I'm excited. We're going to include that into the scoring, so that'll be fun. We've got a good slate, Sam. Do you want to go first, second, or third?
Give me third.
All right. Max, you're going first. Let's start off with Thursday games.
All right, sounds good. So our first Thursday games, Colorado versus North Dakota. Give me Colorado minus 9.5. I think they're going to have to prove something. There's a lot of shit talk going around that college football team. So give me Colorado minus 9.5.
All right, Max taking Colorado to beat North Dakota State by at least 10 points. Justin, where are you at?
I'm going to go with North Dakota State plus 9.5. I think Colorado is going to do the opposite of what they did last year and come out maybe a little bit slower and then sort of find their stride as the season gets going. But North Dakota State's always tough, so I'm going to go with the Bison.
The Bison, a tough and true FCS team. Sam, you are third. Where are you going?
Yeah, I mean, I think Colorado, I rode them for a while last year. I rode them early. I'll do the same. Give me Colorado.
Sam, who's Colorado's head coach?
Couldn't tell you.
Dude, come on. Prime time, Deion Sanders. They don't have an offensive line. North Dakota State's got a lot of hungry white boys. A lot of hungry white boys who definitely do steroids because somehow they get by that shit up there in North Dakota. So I'll take North Dakota State Bison to cover 9.5. They don't get a lot of games on ESPN up in North Dakota State until about December when the snow's falling. So they'll be pretty stoked for this game out in Boulder. North Dakota State plus 9.5. Sam, give us game number 2 on Thursday night.
Number 2 is North Carolina at Minnesota plus 1.5. That's a toughie. But you know where I gotta do it. Give me UNC. Love to see it. I'm gonna go up to Minnesota. It's gonna be warm. It'll be balmy. Give it to me.
All right, I like it. I'm gonna ride with you. I'll take North Carolina as well. I think I don't know actually a gosh darn thing about either of these teams. I'll be pretty blunt about that. I just have a feeling that North Carolina will matriculate the ball down the field much better than Minnesota will. It's going to be an ugly ass game, but I'll take North Carolina minus 1.5. Justin, where are you?
You know where my heart is, UNC to cover. I think Minnesota's tough. Actually, if I was betting with my brain, I might say Minnesota. I don't have high hopes for UNC this year, but I'll tell you that the running back, Omarion Hampton, he's going to be a big-time player this year. So they don't have much around him, but he's going to be an NFL back. So I'm excited to watch him.
There is one name I do recall. So, all right, good stuff. Max, are you on the Gophers or are you on the Tar Heels?
Make it a clean sweep, which is never good.
Nope.
But give me North Carolina -1.5 for sole reason. Halsey's on the podcast.
That's it.
There we go. Jordan Blue. I like that. Holly, just so you know, Sam picked North Carolina State to win the ACC this year. So,
Hey, I'm all right with that. My sister went there. I'm good with that too.
all right, Wolfpack pride. All right, I like that. Let's move to the Saturday slate. Some real good games. Let's start off with a probably would have been instant classic about 2.5 years ago. Max, give us that first Clemson Georgia game.
Yeah, so when I first saw week 1 schedule and I saw these two names roll across, like, oh, that's going to be a sweet game. And then I looked at it, I was like, not really. Give me Georgia -13.5 at home. They're going to steamroll Clemson.
Sam.
Yeah. You'd be a fool not to take Georgia, I think. So give me Georgia.
Justin, are you a fool?
I'm not a fool. I think Georgia's going to win by possibly 35. Clemson just doesn't take any transfers, man. It's the same team as last year. Georgia gets all the big guys. They got their quarterback back. Georgia's going to steamroll.
Yeah, I've got Georgia as well. And Georgia's pissed off. I think it was three or 4 years ago. I think Clemson beat Georgia. Or it might have been the reverse flip. Whatever. It was a grungy game. It's not going to be that way. Georgia's going to beat the brakes off of Clemson. They're pissed off. They didn't get to the playoff last year. They're actually what Florida State was supposed to be this year and beat the shit out of Georgia Tech. Georgia's going to beat the shit out of Clemson. Yeah. Bulldogs across the board. Let's go to the other game at noon. I think this one's a little bit more intriguing, Sam. Let's head to you first since, by the way, Justin, Sam has picked Penn State to win the Big Ten. So, Sam, your Penn State Nittany Lions head to they are from Happy Valley. They head to Morgantown to take on the Mountaineers. What do you got there?
Yeah, that's a toughie. Predictions right now is probably potentially rainy in West Virginia. It could be real messy, real sloppy. +8.5 is a lot. Give me Penn State. I think if I'm going to roll with them for the Big Ten, they got to show out on the road.
All right. Justin, where are you going?
I'm going to go with Penn State too. I went back and forth on this one. I don't know if there's a more intimidating environment for an opening day weekend than noon in Morgantown, but I didn't know it was going to rain. I like that more for Penn State, so give me Penn State.
Fair enough. Max, where are you on this one?
Driven through West Virginia a lot. There's 3 things to do there. There's drink, shoot guns, and watch football. And all 3 of those things are going to happen Saturday at noon. So give me West Virginia +8.5. Take me home, country roads.
Yeah, I've got the Mountaineers as well. West Virginia is my number 1 state to blow up and worth nothing to this whole country. So it makes sense why they love college football so much. So I would agree. Max and I once traversed to a shithole bar that was doing karaoke, and they love their West Virginia Mountaineer football. So for that reason and that reason alone, I'll take the Mountaineers to take down Sam's Nittany Lions and get rid of their hopes for playoff football. Let's go to the Battle of the Sunshine State. Max, your ACC champion, the Miami, Florida Hurricanes, are on the road against the Gators. Is this a true road game? You know,
I think so. Yes, I think it's a true road game. So yeah, I did pick Miami to win the ACC, and I'm going to stick with it right here. I said it when we picked them that they got to get off on the right foot, and I think the best way to do that is sticking it to an in-state rival. So they're going to cover 2.5. They'll win by probably like 7-10. So give me Miami.
All right, confident. Justin, do you believe in the Hurricanes?
I'm actually going to go with Florida. I think Miami's ultimately going to have a better year than Florida. But I could see this as one of those games that Miami's looking back at when they're 9-3 and wishing that they had taken advantage of. But it's in the swamp, SEC opening week, new quarterback for Miami. I'll take the Gators.
Yeah, SEC opening weekend. Have you guys seen the sorority videos from the SEC, different schools? It's pretty cool stuff. So I think that gives them a few points right there. So it's more like 5.5, for being honest. Sam, are you on the Gators or are you on the Hurricane?
Yeah, it's not called the state of Miami. It's the state of Florida. Give me Florida.
Ooh, I like that. I will ride with my ACC champ as well, the Hurricane. A lot of Cubans
Plus,
go to Miami,
well,
Florida.
both of you went against my Penn State, so I'm gonna go against your Miami's.
Yeah, I'm gonna make you go first for the majority of these picks this year, Sam. I'm just gonna go against you. That's my game.
Yeah, I worked well for you last year too, so try it
Yeah,
again.
it didn't. So yeah, we will get into that after we do our picks before we get some more locks for the winners and losers from last year. But thanks for bringing that up. All right. This is actually the game of the day on Saturday. I would say, Sam, go ahead and hit lead off. Actually, no, let's let Justin hit lead off in this one. Justin, it's where ESPN will be. It's where college football game day is going to be. It's going to be College Station, Texas A&M, Notre Dame. Who do you like here and why?
This one's interesting. They got the Duke connection. Elko went from Duke to Texas A&M, and Riley Leonard, the Duke quarterback's obviously at Notre Dame now. Went back and forth on this, but I'm going to go with Notre Dame on the road. I think Notre Dame's going to be pretty good this year. I just give me the gold tops, give me the golden domes. I'll take the Irish.
All right, Sam.
I think living in the state of Indiana comes with a lot of things, and Notre Dame is one of them. And Notre Dame being a trap team is the other one. Give me Texas A&M.
I don't even. What does that mean?
I don't know.
Damn.
You mind F me, and I like it. Texas A&M. I always wanted to root for Texas A&M. They're kind of like a team. Probably Johnny Football effect. I've always liked them. But Max, I'll send it to you after I just say this. They got the weirdest shit with the boy cheerleaders and stuff. But Max, who you got there?
Okay, you just mind after me with that statement. I don't know where I thought you were gonna make your pick, but you're just talking shit about their cheerleaders. I'm gonna go Notre Dame plus 2.5. For some reason, Dylan and I traversed to Louisville, watched Duke play Louisville. Riley Leonard played with some hamstring issue. He got the shit knocked out of him, but I think it's different at Notre Dame. So 2.5 for Notre Dame.
So because you saw him get his ass kicked, you're like, hell yeah, I'm gonna go for him.
Yeah, he was playing hurt, and he still was out there slinging it.
All right, I like it. Yeah, I'm on Notre Dame as well. I think
I sure thought you were saying the boy cheerleaders.
No, they're weird. They're weird dudes. Marcus Freeman's a really good coach. I think Notre Dame technically actually beat Ohio State last year, so they got robbed on that one. I think Notre Dame's pretty good. Like Justin said, I've got Notre Dame basically as a 3 seed heading into the playoff, but they'll be slated as the 5. So, yeah, I'm fighting Irish in the national title game, losing to Michigan. Let's move to the Sunday game. This game's actually at Las Vegas. Max, go ahead and kick lead off on this one.
Yeah, so we hit on it earlier. I don't think LSU is going to be that good. I think LSU is kind of just living their name LSU. USC, I think, has got something to prove. They've been getting knocked around. Caleb Williams. Correct me if I'm wrong. They have Oklahoma's head coach still. What's his name?
Lincoln Riley.
Thank you very much, Justin. Yeah, so I like Lincoln. Give me 4.5. A little bit closer to home. It's a cross-country trip for LSU.
Yeah, I'll jump on USC as well. They've got my Heisman winner, Miller Moss. I think that's his name, right? Let me check Miller Moss, my Heisman winner. Yes, I'll take USC. I think they got a new defensive coordinator. It sounds like they're tackling in practice, so that's good. LSU also was really bad defensively last year. Also have a new defensive coordinator from Missouri, I believe. I think this actually has the chance to be the best game of the weekend. I'm really excited that it's Sunday night, which is technically Saturday for Labor Day weekend. So don't forget to enjoy that one. Drink your beers, your Bud Lights, and strap in, Sam. And while you're drinking your Bud Lights, will you be rooting for on Sunday Night Football?
Yeah, I'll jump on the bandwagon. Give me USC. Don't know real much about it, but since it's not in the Bayou, I don't think LSU really stands a chance.
Nice. Justin.
I'm going to go with the Tigers. I'm going to go with LSU. There's something like one thing that's always in my head with USC football is that when it's a neutral site game, I just feel like they're terrible. Like, I feel like they're only good when I watch them in the Coliseum. Like that game they played Bama and they lost by 60 and their guys were crawling out of the tunnel. That's just always, I can't shake that out of my mind. So I think LSU is going to win in a neutral site game. Give me the Tigers.
Forgot about that one. Don't love that, but LSU's not Alabama, and we haven't even talked about Alabama. We said not one word in our college football preview about Nick Saban, Alabama, anything. Wow. Nobody picked Alabama to be in the playoff.
There's a reason behind that. Poof, dynasty's gone.
Yeah, I guess. Let's finish. Let's get to our last pick. Wow, I just came. It made me shock myself. Sam, we're going to Tallahassee. Florida State just lost to Georgia Tech in Ireland. Is it a bounce back weekend? It's 15.5-point favorites against Boston College.
It's a lot of points. I was gonna say it's a bounce back weekend, but that's a lot of points. But it's a bounce back weekend. Give me Florida State.
I like that. Justin?
I'm going to go with Boston College. I think Florida State's going to win handily, but like you said, 16's a lot. So
Hey, 15.5.
And the jet lag coming back from Ireland. So I think maybe that'll mess with them. Florida State kind of got screwed with their schedule early. So give me the Eagles to cover.
Yeah, Florida State definitely got screwed. GHL Matt's going through it. Hopefully he's doing all right during his trip this weekend to University of Texas San Antonio, because he's a now with Kennesaw State. Max, where are you at this one?
Yeah, so yeah, Florida State's just kind of dead to me for the moment. Maybe they can get back out of it. So give me Boston College plus 15.5. Bill O'Brien coming down. He's going to work his magic there. Did it with Tom Brady. He's going to do it here. So give me Bill and the Eagles.
Yeah, not so fast, guys. Sam, I'm with you. Florida State, get right game for sure. Florida State is not in the SEC, but they definitely act like it. They had a couple sororities that threw out those videos. Top notch, top freaking notch. They're going to be bringing it. They got the Sparkle Boys and the Sparkle Gals. Glad to be home in the scarlet and gold. So I'll take the Seminoles at home. 15.5. Our Monday night capper. You can go to bed by halftime because they'll be up 56-13 on that. All right, boys. So now we're done with our picks. Good picks, good stuff. We will post our picks like we did last year. We're going to post the video. This will come out. This is going to be, we forgot to mention, this will be Thursday, August 29th morning. Before we get to our mortal locks, let's talk about how last year went. Sam, you were a winner, our overall point winner. So we took our 8 picks, and then we took NFL and college, 2 mortal locks from both NFL and college, and then our likely loser from college. Sam, you did a great job with the likely loser. I think you nailed it like 3 or 4 times. You were hot. So you were our overall winner. Max, you finished second. I was dead last. So I was technically supposed to go sit in McDonald's for 12 hours or at least eat 12 items of food. I will be doing that Sunday. I promise you that. It's going to be a shitty Sunday morning for me. Following up after being at the big house till about midnight. I'm going to turn around and wake up and go to McDonald's at 9 to 10 a.m., crank out some hash browns, and get out of there hopefully by 2 p.m. So I will pay that debt. So best of luck to the both of you. We'll have a running total again this year, and then we will have our guest picker running totals like we did last year as well. And we'll bring the guest pickers in for a semifinal round and then a championship round. So Justin was in a semifinal round for both college and NFL, won both, went to the championship round and won that. So, Justin, best of luck. And now let's get to our mortal locks. Who wants to go first with the mortal locks and likely loser?
I'll go.
Okay.
All right, for my locks this week, Illinois State versus Iowa. I've heard great things about Cade McNamara. He's looking really good. I'm really excited to watch Iowa football this year. So give me the under 41 points in that game. I think it's going to be under 21 points in that game. I've heard dog shit things about Cade and the Iowa offense, so I'm really excited for that. So that's one lock. And then, like I said, there's only 3 things to do in Morgantown: shoot guns, drink beer, and watch football. Plus 8.5 is a lock against Penn State. And then my likely loser, Saturday, UConn plus 20 at Maryland. Maryland lost to his little brother. I don't think they have much. UConn's going to keep it close. It'll be interesting.
Oh, also, Kirk Ferentz is out for that game, so they'll probably just be in shambles.
They're broken now. They're in reboot. They're just going to do a swing back to offense and hand the ball off.
All right. I like it. Good job, Max. UConn, the Huskies, Dan Orlovsky's. Justin, give me your 2 mortal locks and then your likely loser.
Mortal locks. I didn't know we could use the games that we picked, so I'm going to go with one of those. I think UGA, Georgia, minus 13.5 is a lock. Like I said, if the spread was 27, I think I would still bet Georgia. And then I'm going to go over to your guys' side of the fence. I'm going to have Michigan, Fresno State. I'm going to do under 46. I think that defense still has teeth. I don't know if Fresno State's going to score much. Michigan, I know there's a lot of shit going on the outside, but I think they win by 30, but it might be 31-0. So give me the under. And then my likely loser, I'm going to go with UTEP against Nebraska. Nebraska's got Raiola starting, I think. It's his true freshman first game. Those boys from Texas know how to play football too. I'll take UTEP plus 27.5.
I like
It's a good
that.
pick. I like that. Yeah, I like that pick as well. I think Nebraska's going to win the game for sure, and they might even win the game by 20, 21 points, but it's going to be a grind in that first half. You're so right. I like it. And I like the under in the Michigan-Fresno State game, night game. Weird shit's going to happen. I could see Michigan even committing a couple turnovers as well. So I think Michigan does ass blast them, but it's going to take some time. So, yeah, good picks there, Justin. Sam, let me guess. Your likely loser is Fresno State.
How'd you know?
Hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
Yeah, lock it in. Give me Fresno State. 21 points. Like you just said, night game, prime time. Somebody's expecting a good game out of that. It's even going to be aired on Peacock, so I will be able to watch it. So that's going to be fun. My locks, though, give me Max. You took West Virginia. Bold. Give me Penn State.
Oh.
Nice.
And then I'm gonna follow it up. I looked at Georgia as a easy money, but at the same time, Clemson, it's Clemson. So give me Texas A&M. You guys were kind of this and that Texas A&M over Notre Dame situation, but I really do think Notre Dame's a fake. So give me Texas A&M.
Wow. To win by a field goal. College Station, night game. I like it. Good luck with that. Sam going 0-3 this week. I like that a lot. It's a good start to the year. My mortal locks. So my first one comes from a hot tip from the Associate Athletic Director at Kennesaw State. So if this gets back to him, I apologize. He told me to take the piss, hammer the hell out of University of Texas San Antonio. So UTSA minus 24.5 versus Kennesaw State. Kennesaw State's first ever game as an FBS program. They've run the triple option essentially, with not the right personnel to say the least. Going against UTSA team that's bringing back starting quarterback, bringing back a lot. Matt will be there, boots on the ground on ESPN Plus, and he said, hammer that spread. So I will be hammering that spread. And then my other mortal lock is parlay. It's anytime touchdowns from Donovan Edwards and Alex Orji. Combine that, so if only one gets it, I don't hit it. We need to both get a touchdown. Donovan Edwards and Alex Orji, anytime touchdown. My likely loser, I said to Max maybe last weekend, I think there's a lot of hype around the Texas University Longhorns. I think they probably beat the shit out of Colorado State, but it smells like it could be something weird going on there. Colorado State brings back a quarterback, brings back a receiver, brings back some defense. 32.5 is a lot of points. You just never know. So I'll take Colorado State plus 32.5 on the road at Texas. All right, boys. Good picks. First round one of passionate picks. I'm excited for the season. It'll get going once we get the NFL back next week. So yeah, next week will be our fantasy draft. We'll kind of do a sort of an NFL preview while we're doing our draft, so we can kind of talk about who we like while we're drafting people. But then we'll also do NFL picks and college picks. Sam, if we can't get you on, we'll still make sure to have your picks in. So looking forward to that. Justin, thank you so much for being a part of round one of Passionate Picks of Legally Teaching Engineer Sports.
Yeah, of course. Appreciate you guys having me on. Best of luck this year.
Absolutely. And best of luck to you. May the bet gambling go right. With that, Max, our quote comes from Jeanette Winterson. Gambling is not a vice. It is an expression of our humanness. So right, Jeanette. So right. Shout out to our GHLs. And Sam, what's our POV?
Positive vibes only.